Hello everyone, Sheldon back with another video. This video today is going to be an overview of my current test bench that I have set up right now for testing systems, overclocking, pretty much all of the above that involves computers in a quick, easy to move manner. So recently I picked up this PC test bench. It's a TechStation. I can't remember the exact manufacturers. I believe they're a private, very small company who makes this test bench, and I believe other products too. So I'll make sure to leave a Amazon link to them down in the description. Check them out. I think I paid around $64 US for this thing. Great test bench, absolutely love it, and definitely getting use out of it. So currently, right now, I have the Inforce EVGA 780i SLI motherboard. Reason why this board is here and why you guys haven't seen it in many other videos is because it has a chipset issue or something of the nature that results in the graphics card not wanting to work, basically. So currently right now, for test purposes, I have the GT630 in here right now. It does the exact same thing for every other card I own except for the NVIDIA GeForce 6800 card right there. So what I'll show you guys is that in a second is I will turn it on and show you what occurs when you try to boot with any other graphics card other than the 6800. But before that, I have 4 gigabytes of Micron 800 megahertz DDR2 memory and dual channel mode right now. Originally I only had the 2 gig front DIMM right there. It's better for overclocking and stuff like that, but I needed the extra RAM for 64-bit Windows 7. It's being a resource hog, so I put that in there, and it seems to actually be helping with some of the overclock. So decided to leave that in there. Sorry, I have my cable plugged into my phone right now to charge it, and it's already almost dead anyway. So yeah, phone's almost dead, all that fun stuff. So this is the Hyper T4 that I have right now on the test bench for overclocking. Absolutely great cooler, actually, for test bench purposes, mainly because of this awesome little feature that I like to call the AMD mounting bracket. So basically what it does is it converts the LGA 775, 1155, and 1150/51 socket, works with all those types of sockets, Intel sockets, into using the mounting clip that the what is it called? Or the AMD CPU coolers use. So basically all I have to do is pop the clips off this fan, open the clip that you usually do is if you're putting on an AMD CPU cooler, throw in another CPU, take out the other one, clean off the thermal paste, pop it back in, and you're in business. So great cooler for test bench purposes. It actually does really well with some of the overclocks too. So I haven't gone above 80 degrees Celsius on my Pentium 4 6600, 660, and that thing is an absolute hog. I was pushing 1.5 volts for the thing, and it didn't want to overclock. So I think that might be motherboard related issue, something of the nature, or I'm just a horrible overclocker, or the chip is, or a mix of all the above, who knows. So basically great cooler. And another nice feature about this test bench is it has a 120 mil fan that blows over the chipset area, and nice part is there's a heat sink right down there, so this fan's getting all that stuff, keeping it all cool for overclocking. And worst comes to worst, board catches on fire, everything dies, goes up in flames into the motherboard and CPU, whatever happens, I don't care, because motherboard graphics card issue doesn't work. I'll just put the thing on the wall and call it a showpiece thing, and if it does die, at least I got some memorable overclocks out of this thing. So hopefully a little bit more to come or whatever, but worst scenario, thing dies, it's not a big deal, and I'll still hold on to the board mainly for sentimental reasons and because it looks amazing as hell. So other than that, the other ghetto feature of this board is that I have 120, that's not a 120 mil fan, I believe 45 mil Cooler Master fan that came off an old socket 370 heatsink, and the one that was on here, the bearings had seized up, so couldn't lubricate them, so I just stuck this fan on there with some hot glue, and it seems to be working totally fine. Sorry if I'm bumping the camera and stuff with this power bank, but I don't have a pocket on this to use it, and my cat's coming in the door. I don't know what he's trying to do, but they're not allowed in here, so I'll let them come in. But other than that, without any other distractions, that's pretty much it. I'm going to show you guys exactly what happens when I try to post the system. So let's press the button. Power bank is going to die more or less very soon. So I'm going to try and get through this video as soon as possible. And it pretends to finish post, but nothing happens. It will give me the code FF, which I believe stands for and the battery bank is dying, so gotta be quick with this. It stands for, I believe, fully functional, and then if it doesn't work, it stands for frickin' failed. So one of the above. Sometimes the lights on the keyboard will light up. Really bizarre behavior, but yeah, it doesn't work with this card. So what I was originally going to do, guys, is I was going to stick my what's it called, GeForce 6800 in here and show you guys the system and post up and everything like that. And it booted into Windows. You guys hear that? That is the first time I've heard that. So okay, I'm actually really shocked by that. I'm actually glad I'm getting this on video. So if you guys heard that, it booted into Windows, but the graphics card doesn't want to work. So yeah, it's some weird, bizarre issue with the graphics card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug my phone in, let it charge for a little bit. Yes, I'm recording this on my phone, and I'll put the 6800 in here, let that boot, or see if I can get the 630 working, because if that works, I'm going to be extremely happy. So I will be back in, thanks to the magic of video editing. Alright, and I am back with a rather bizarre solution. I decided to take my USB charging cable and plug it into this motherboard. So, as long as the computer doesn't die, you guys won't die along with it. So, as long as this ghetto rigging holds up, I'll show you guys everything here. So, look at what card's back in here, and it worked totally fine. So, as you guys saw before, it booted with that 630 card. For some reason, it still booted Windows, and GeForce 6800 card works fine. 630 and every other card I seem to own does not want to work. So to prove that it's working, here's the cable. It runs back here, along here, up through here, and around here, and and it goes in the monitor. If you don't believe me and you think there's another computer around here, I'm not lying. So, and another way I'll prove that is I'll go into CPU-Z and show you guys the motherboard. So everything is working fine with the 6800 card. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever had happen to me with a computer motherboard and stuff like that, but at least it's better than the motherboard being dead altogether, which I've experienced quite a few times. So here we go. Here's the Pentium E5400 that's in it right now, and there's the main board. So that's the model number for the 780i board, and that's the BIOS revision. I'm gonna try flashing it one more time, see if I can get anything to work, but I'm pretty sure it's something related to the chipset or hardware related, so I don't think I'm going to be fixing it anytime soon. So I can't really think of anything else. What I'll do actually is I will try and get this over here, show you guys the CPU box, which is right here, the RAM, hard drives, and everything. So actually, this RAM, before I get into the CPU box, if it wants to focus, this is just two 512 sticks of Corsair Value RAM, and what I want to do with that is just put that in. I'm going to try and install 64-bit version of Windows XP, since that should be nice for running Cinebench and stuff, R15 and all that. Definitely give some more performance gains than that. But I will throw those DIMMs in there, since I believe those are much better overclockers than the 2 Micron DIMMs that I have in there right now. So we'll see how that works. But basically, this box, sorry I can't go any farther because the cable. These are my Core 2 Duo chips. I have some other socket 370 chips in here. These are all Celerons, 733 megahertz. I don't remember the exact model number of the chips, but socket 370, just regular Celeron 733 megahertz chips. So there's also a Northwood chip in there, which I meant to put in my 486 system, or 478 system, which is over there in the mess. That cat again. So it's over there right underneath the word processor right there. So I need to put it in there. I need to clean up all this stuff, all these boards. There's the case that the 780i was in, Pentium D system, and then there's another cat. I'm going to go insane. So, clean all this stuff up, stop the cat from bugging me. A lot of work and fun stuff to do. So, the cat stops rubbing my leg. I can get you guys the rest of the CPUs here. I don't like him in here because you get cat hair everywhere and he sheds like a little B word. So, usually not the greatest to have him in here, but down there is the, if I can remember, based off of the layout of the resistors and stuff on the bottom chip. This is the Core 2 Quad Q9400. I believe that is the Q6600. I believe that is the E5300 Pentium, and that is the Q8200. So, and again, the rest of the Socket 370 chips. This one's actually a Pentium 3 right there. So, decent chips. I need to get another 370 board. I have my dual socket one, but I am giving that to someone on the Linus Tech Tip forum since I have no use for it right now. I might do some tests with it, but I know a lot of people out there that would probably put that board to better use than I ever would. So, giving it to him for free. Yeah, so anyone wants to buy it? No, I'm just going to give it to him. I don't want it. He's going to pay for shipping, and that's about it. So, there's the layout, and then I got like Pentium 4 chips back there, which I need to clean the thermal compound off of and put back in the anti-static bag. So, need to clean up a bit of stuff, all this junk and all that over there, and just clean up my shelves of stuff. See what happens before he messes up something. So, I think that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. Show you guys representation or what's going on with the test bench setup. I'll also give a link to the Linus Tech Tip forums Cinebench thread, where I've been putting all the scores for Cinebench and all that stuff, the overclocks and stuff I've done on this board. So make sure to check that out, and I will catch you guys in the next video.